Big thank you for having us down today. We're from the local fire station in Feltham. Does everyone know where that is? Know where the big Tesco's is? Yeah. Yeah?
Not that big Tesco's.
Yeah, not this big Tesco's. The other big Tesco's nearer to the airport. Yeah. Yeah. So we're all in there. So it's called Golf 39. That's our call sign. We've got 2 fire engines there. So we've got a pump ladder and a pump. So I've brought the pump down today. So the pump's outside. So we'll maybe go and have a little look later on, and I can show you around it, show you some of our equipment that we've got. So I'll introduce myself. My name's Frank, and it's a nice, easy to remember. Sam. Okay, not Fireman Sam. He gets very upset. Okay, Firefighter Sam, and that's very important because all boys and girls can become firefighters if you want to do when you're older. It's just not boys anymore. It hasn't been for a long, long time. And that's why we like to refer to ourselves as firefighters now. Cool? And so we've got some of our kit here to show you today. Yeah, so there you go. What do you think we do?
What do we do?
Apart from eat biscuits and drink tea. Arsenal. What do you think we do?
Take out fires.
Well done.
Very good.
Put out fires. Save people's lives, very important. That's our #1 priority. So our first thing we do, is utmost priority, is to save people's lives and protect people. Okay?
You can tell me why it's so important that we have a smoke alarm in our house. Yeah, when's the most important time though, do you think, today? Yeah, because if we're awake, we might be able to see it or smell it, but if we're asleep, that might wake us up, mightn't it? Whereas the fire, we might not know it's happening otherwise. So that's why it's really important when we're all asleep in bed that we can hear that.
Yeah. So if we heard that in the middle of the night, we're in our beds, who's the first person we're going to shout for? Mummies and daddies? Yeah? Or whoever you're staying with? Yeah? If you can't get a response and you can smell some smoke, what we decided you guys to do is shut your bedroom door. Yeah? Shut your bedroom door, go and stand by the window, turn your light on, and just make as much noise as you can. Okay, everyone make lots of noise? Not now.
1 minute, who said 1 minute?
Yay, well
Awesome.
done. Great work.
Okay, so when you call the fire brigade, they send us a message and they say something's on fire or somebody's trapped or something like that. We've got 1 minute to get from whatever we're doing at the fire station, so we could be having our breakfast or doing some paperwork. So we've got 1 minute to get our gear on, get onto the fire engine, and for that fire engine to get out onto the road, okay? So that means that for people living in Feltham, we should be there. The longest we'll take is 6 minutes, isn't it? Okay, the longest we'll be is 6 minutes to get to you, okay? And that's why we tell you, if you've got a fire in your house, to shut the door and make yourself safe, because we're going to be there really, really quick, okay?
And so when it comes through, it comes on a call slip and it tells us what we're getting called out to. So if it's like a fire alarm in a big building, then maybe we might take our time a little bit. But if it comes across fire and there's people involved, then we really do rush to come and get you. Because like we said, it's saving your life is our #1 priority. That's why we're here, is to keep you guys safe.
Where's the firehouse set on fire and the truck store?
Oh, they're in trouble then. They will be calling you. You've got to come and put it out. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't want that paperwork. #1 job is not burn the fire station down. Okay?
So what have we got on our truck, do you think? If you're sleeping not on the first floor, but maybe the second floor or the third floor, what have we got on our trucks where we can come get you?
ladders and a long hose pipe.
Ladders, yeah? So don't worry if you're on the first floor or the second floor, okay? We've got some long ladders to come get you, alright? This is what we call this PPE, so it basically means protective gear. And this is what we wear when we go into fires or when we do anything, okay? So it protects us. So you'll see, what have I done there with my boots? I pick them up. What have I done with my trousers then? Yeah, so because we've got to get it on really, really quickly, we leave our boots and our trousers like that. So all I have to do then is come in, step in, it says very quickly, trying to make it comfortable. Okay, and then I can just pull them up And that's probably about as much as I do before I got onto the truck. And then I can probably do the rest when we're driving out. Okay. So we've got boots. They've got some nice stainless steel, what was it at the end?
Steel toe caps.
Steel toe caps, in case anything falls on me.
Yeah, underneath is a steel plate as well, so if we were to step on any nails or anything sharp, they can't go up through it.
Good. Okay, we've got our tunics. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Got a torch on there so that I can see at night time. I've got my radio, so I can talk to all my colleagues no matter where they are. They've all got their radios. And I don't know if Dylan can see if so you can talk to Dylan on the truck. Dylan, are you receiving? Should have his radio.
After that, go ahead, Emma.
Can you say hello to everyone?
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Wait a second, hang on. Ready to say hello? 1, 2, 3.
Hello.
I'm being good.
Are we good? Are you being good?
Yeah. We haven't played with any fire stuff.
Yeah,
I will turn it back off again now, don't listen to it. So yes, I've got my radio so I can contact everyone no matter where they are. He's joking. Okay, I've got some nice gloves here. These are sort of what I use for car accidents and lots of little things. And then these ones are my fire gloves. So these I save for when we go into fires. They protect my hands a bit more. I've got a smoke hood. So everyone seen balaclavas before? It's a bit like that. So my smoke hood goes on. Okay. I'm going to put it on because I'll ruin my hair. Goes on my over here, and then I can put my helmet on as well. Okay, so the idea being is when I go into a fire, no part of my skin is showing. Okay, everything's covered over, and that's not because this is all fireproof. I can't go and stand in the fire, but it does mean all the heat doesn't go to my skin. Okay.
The only problem with this gear, so it protects us against the heat, it keeps the heat out, but also it keeps our heat in. So our body temperature, when we're inside, when we're wearing this, and we're working in the fire, and we've got a breathing apparatus in, our body starts to heat up, so we can't cool down. So that's why it's very dangerous in a fire, because if you get too hot, that's when you can pass out, where your blood becomes very thin, and it's very dangerous for your body. So we sort of maybe can work about maximum sort of half an hour, depending on how hot it is in the fire. Yeah?
That's it.
What do you reckon this is for?
Not to do that.
Protects your coconut. So we've got a visor, we've got a little light on top.
Yeah, my light's not working, so thanks, Frank. And then I've got that to protect my eyes.
Yeah.
So if we're working, say, on a car, and we're a bit worried about bits of metal, we can just pull that down and it's going to protect our eyes.
We're cutting something up.
Yeah, so they call it stop, drop and roll. So if any bit of your clothing went on fire, get yourself on the floor, and what you're doing by rolling on it is taking the oxygen away, okay? Because fire needs oxygen, doesn't it, to make it into a fire. Okay, but hopefully that would never happen. Yeah. And like Frank said earlier, if you guys have got smoke alarms in your house, they go off really quickly. So even if you burn some toast, it's probably going to go off. Okay, so a lot of
parents are nodding there like that.
Okay, where's your nearest phone? Has one of the adults got a phone upstairs? So things like that. Talk to your people at home and just have a little plan and a little chat about what you would do if a fire were to happen in different rooms of the house.
Think about your hallway as well. So your hallways, is your hallway got your bicycle in it? Are you going to be wandering around in your hallway, tripping over your bicycle when it's all covered, when it's all filled up with smoke? We've got something that looks like a big key on the fire engine. It's a big battering ram, and then trust me, you can get through any door. So we've got enough tools on our fire engine.
Rachel's really good at getting through doors.
Yeah.
She is.
I like breaking doors. Sorry.
Yeah.
There's got to be some perks to the job.
We've got equipment that can get through any door, so don't worry about that. If you walk past your kitchen and you had something on fire, only thing we recommend doing is shut that door. Shut the door to the room. Leave it in there. Get your family out. Call us out. We're professionals. We own the road, we've got the equipment, we know what puts out what kind of fire. If you're stood there thinking, oh, hang on a minute, it's getting worse, get overcome by smoke, and a lot of times things can go badly very quickly. Whereas if you just got out, then it's only a property, it's only a room, it's not a life. So
even if it's fairly small, you would recommend you just leave it?
Personally, I'd rather just left it, because what can be very small can...
If you put like the wrong thing in it or something.
Exactly,
Yeah, so
100%.
water's the big one. So obviously you've got a chip like fat fire, and then you put water on it. That's gonna
make it work.
Yeah, I mean we've got foam, we've got dry powder extinguishers, we've got water. We can call on other resources if we need to. It's just not worth it. Yeah, so best thing to do: shut the door to that room and get your family out of the house or flat.
I heard something like when you put, if you've got like a blanket or if you close the door, I've heard about putting like a damp blanket or something. If you've got access to water, just put it by the bottom of the door.
Yeah, I mean,
if you've got access to it, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean you'd have to be stuck in the bathroom to put
exactly,
blanket,
yeah.
wouldn't you? So
guys, you said earlier if you're in your bedrooms and you know there's a fire outside and you shut that bedroom door. You're right, you could go and get some clothes. You know there's always a gap at the bottom of the door? Yeah? So if it was really smoky, you would start getting a bit of smoke coming in. Hopefully you're stood by the window, so you're getting nice fresh air. But like Laura said, if you can get some clothes and you can just put it at the bottom of the door, that is going to stop that smoke coming in. Okay? These are, as we say, like worst possible case scenarios.
So this is our fire engine. It's a Mercedes Mark III fire engine. Basically, it's a lorry with a fire engine toolbox and a pump bolted onto the back. So we can maximum 3,000 litres per minute. But out of the normal, does everyone see where? Have you been walking home? You see on the wall, we might see a little yellow H. Yeah? It's in a little yellow H, it's got 2 numbers on it as well. What the H stand for?
It's a hard question, Frank.
If anyone gets this, bingo. Excellent. It's a hydrant, it's a fire hydrant. So it's a water main that runs underneath the street. We can screw down into it, and the water comes out of that and comes into the back of the fire engine.
So what am I going to use this big hose for?
Big fires.
Right, big fires. What am I going to use my medium hose for? Medium fires, and this one? Yeah, so if you said to me, oh, that bin's a light over there, I'm not going to pull one of these massive hoses out and set it all up. I'm probably just going to get this little one here, pull it off and go put it out, okay? But if you told me this whole building was a light, I'm probably going to get my big hose out, okay? And what happens is I chuck one of these on the end, okay? This is the end of my hose. We call it a branch, okay? Anyone's got any idea why we call it a branch? No, not you. Bit of trivia. We call it a branch because it used to be made of wood, okay? That's the only reason. It's not made of wood anymore, thankfully, okay? We've got things like sledgehammers. Oh, wow. So I told you Rachel's very good at swinging this, okay? We've got things like blue lights, okay? So if there was a car accident and we wanted to make sure everyone saw us, we've got some extra blue lights, okay? Come round the back. We've got water from a hydrant, okay? So what happens is we take this bit of hose, we plug it into a hydrant, we put it into the machine, it does all the technical stuff inside, and then it comes out into the hoses that we use. So we plug those hoses into three different hoses we can use to put the fire out, okay? There will always be someone at the back. If you ever see a fire, you'll always see somebody stood at the back here, okay? So okay, we do a lot of sweeping. We've got some more ladders. We've got a 9-metre ladder here, okay? And our other fire engine's got the really big ladder that's a bit higher, but we haven't got that on our machine today. Okay? Anyone see what this is? Not even in the movies? Yeah? It's a defib. Okay.
Carry on, mate. You're going to be working tomorrow night.
We'll have you.
We'll have you.
With the other lad. Yeah, we'll have all of this. So, if somebody had a heart attack, okay, basically their heart stops beating, okay, this is what we put on their chest, and it gives it a little electric shock, and hopefully we can make them better, okay? You'll see these, if you look on buildings sometimes, or schools, libraries, places like that, you can sometimes see these in a little box outside the building, okay, but we obviously carry one on the fire end. Okay, we've got lots of ropes, okay, so that we can throw ropes out of windows and then carry bits of equipment up if we need to. We've got a big first aid kit like the ambulance crews. We're not as good as the ambulance crews at first aid, but we know enough, okay. Rachel over here has got the big scissors. Has anyone watched Fireman Son? Jaws of Life? Okay. So what are you using that one for?
Yeah, so little boys or girls get their arms stuck in places.
Okay, so this is our breathing apparatus. I'd say it's probably the most important thing for us. Okay, it is got a tank of air on the back.
There you go, and I know he's going to know this one. So why is it air and not oxygen? Yeah, because why can't we take oxygen into a fire?
Makes it more.
Good man. Well done.
Okay, so if we got called to a fire now, all I'd be doing is putting that on my back like a big backpack. It's quite a heavy backpack, but it goes in your back. Okay, I've put my mask on. Okay, so that will go on my face. I'll put all the other stuff on I showed you earlier. I'll turn the air on. Okay, and then I've probably got about 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how. If I'm working really hard and I'm breathing lots of air, I've got less time. Okay, but if I'm not working so hard, I've probably got a bit longer. Okay, so I'll probably go into the fire for 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how hot it is and how hard I'm working, and that's what lets me do that. Okay.